presentation, which I was very prepared for. So sobrang prepared ko. This is my PowerPoint slide. My name is Eduardo Lorenzo. My role Right, so my name is Eduardo Lorenzo. I'm the ISVDE, or Independent Software Vendor DE, Developer Evangelist. Okay, so basically, so basically, my job role is if your company is into developing software to make a living, yung na pinagkakakitaan ng, I hate speaking Tagalog. If your company earns by developing software, you will fall under my concern. Okay? And this year, my primary push is going to be Azure Cloud, bringing you all to the cloud. That's why my first effort is doing this. Oh, by the way, my email is v-edlore@microsoft.com. Please don't tag me as spam. I will be sending you lots of emails, probably look like spam. Okay, so as my first effort to bring the developer community to the cloud is this MSDN event. Okay. Now for this event, 1 to 9, I'm going to show you the 9 steps, not really steps, but I'm going to show you 9 things that we're going to do tonight. So basically, I'm going to show you how to create an application that runs on Azure and consumes data from Azure. It's very basic. It's very basic. Your concept is very basic. Okay? So, but the title of the event is Development Considerations. Okay? So I think I have to go first into discussing what Windows Azure is and what it's not. Right? So, for those who are, question pala muna, sino yung familiar na sa Azure? We have 1, 2, 3, whatever. Okay. Alright, ayaw mong taas ang kamay. Sino yung familiar na sa Azure? Wala pa rin. Okay. Sino yung familiar na sa cloud computing in general? Okay, we have one there. Yes, ma'am. Ano po ang pwede niyo sabihin tungkol? What is cloud computing? Okay, it's computing in the cloud. Sure. Very excellent answer. Give me your prize. Ayun.
I should ask you to get these.
It's a laptop cleaner, saka na yung laptop. Okay. So cloud computing is the concept where you put everything in the cloud. Okay? I know some of you are familiar, di ba naglabas na si Google ng Chromebook? Yep. It's nice, right? Yung laptop walang OS. OS is the browser. Goes straight to the cloud. Parang ganon. Goes straight to the internet. So that's cloud computing. And I know all of you are already familiar with cloud computing kasi meron kayong email. Meron kayong mga emails, nag-register kayo to this event using the browser. That's cloud computing. Okay? That's putting the processing to the cloud. To put it simply. And Windows Azure is Microsoft's product, okay, for cloud computing. Okay. So what can Windows Azure do? Let's see. Let's pull out some slides. I know you guys like PowerPoint, so let's see. Okay, by the way, I have this thing called the Windows Azure Platform Training Kit. Yan. Maganda tong training kit na to. May mga hands-on labs yan, may mga samples, may mga demos. And I'm going to give a copy to everyone. Because it's me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Actually, wala. Meron. Yata. Okay. So yun. So what is the cloud? An approach to computing that's about internet scale. Okay. Ito, yung situation. Okay? IT capacity versus time. The load forecast is this. We're going to be looking at load and capacity. Okay? Ganito ang current situation. Right? Nung bata pa yung company, ito yung IT capacity niya. Bumili ng dagdag na servers, umakyat bigla yung capacity niya. Dagdag na servers, umakyat bigla. Di ba? Okay? So this is, and the broken line is the projected load. But the actual load is like this. Di ba? Sometimes, sa simula, konti lang, and then bigla mag-peak yung, yung gamit doon sa application, right? So that's the actual load. So you have some situations where you have too much power or you have not enough power, which is, of course, translates to wasted money. With Windows Azure or with cloud computing, ito yung target natin. We have capacity on demand. Okay, capacity on demand. Our capacity can increase and decrease. Okay? Will increase and decrease in accordance with your load or with the need. So you have a lower capacity capital expense. CAPEX is capital expenditure. Konti lang bibilihin mo. Actually, wala ka lang bibilihin. Right? No capital, laying idle. You don't have any idle machines. No screaming customers, which is very nice. Right? Wala kang downtime. Okay? And there's a knob. Goes up and down. So, what I mentioned earlier, na with Azure, you have yung parang thermostat ng aircon na pwede mong i-adjust. Kapag ganito nakadami yung load, if my server is experiencing 70% load, create ka na pa rin bagong server. Something like that. It's that automated. So it's called scaling out. Now, I wonder if we can identify I hope you can identify your companies on where, kung nasan kayo dito. Okay, on and off workloads, mga batch jobs, right? Meron isang maliit na company, alam ko, meron silang ganito on and off yung Sony. O kaya, Sony Interactive. Di ba minsan, let's say merong movie, let's say dati Spider-Man, merong www.spiderman.com, spidermanmovie.com, di ba? So paano yun? You're going to run that website for just 2 weeks. And then, mag-allocate ka ng isang server for that, bibili ka, tapos after nung campaign, tapos na. Diba? So yung ganon. If your company has that, meron kayong mga instances, may mga times that you have a campaign or an application that runs, ganon. Halimbawa, Comelec, diba? They have a system that is going to be used once every how many years? Yung sa election natin. 3 years?
3 years
for local offices. So, let's say once every 6 years. Ano ba yun? Bibili ka na naman ng bago, parang gano'n, right? Or yung fast-growing, andito ba kayo? Yung company niyo meron ba itong startup na company, tapos mabilis ang pag-unlad ng inyong kumpanya. I mean, mabilis ang pag-unlad ng inyong website, yung services ninyo, ang daming kumukuha, pero wala pa nagbabayaran. Siyempre, utang muna yun. So, gano'n. Unpredictable bursting. Okay? And predictable. Itong dalawa, medyo magkahawig, right? So, meron ka average usage, bigla na lang dadami, gano'n, hindi mo alam kung bakit. Okay? Marami ng companies na dito, nadali sa ganito, unpredictable bursting. Ang commonly may kasalanan ng mga Pilipino. Like Facebook. Gulat sila, 80% ng users ng Facebook, Pilipino. Si Friendster. Si Friendster, di ba? Nagulat sila, nag-advertising kung ano yung advertise, nagulat sila, 95% ng users Filipino. So, ganun. Predictable bursting. Halimbawa, your company has a periodic burst. Every morning, lahat nag-check ng email, sabay-sabay. Ganun. Every afternoon, lahat nag-Facebook, sabay-sabay. Diba? Every evening, lahat sa YouTube, sabay-sabay. Parang ganun. So, may mga ganon, predictable or periodic bursting. Ito yung mga good candidates for Azure, okay, for cloud computing in general. So, if your company falls under these, send me an email. I'll tell you what to do.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, cloud services. We have 3 forms. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. So, here's platform as a service and software as a service. Okay, so usually, ito lang yung tatlo na yun. Okay? Okay, so, I want to go through all these slides dire-diretso. Okay, wait. So we have compute, storage, and virtual network. So yun na kanina. Okay, Azure Compute gives you power. If you need power, Azure Compute. So for example nga kanina, the example I gave was Pixar. They need power to render one whole movie. Right? Yakit mo. Yung isa pang maliit na company rin na alam ko, NASA. They want to simulate ano mangyayari pag nagbanggaan yung Earth tsaka yung Moon. Isa lang ang computing power there, di ba? Ganun, right? Storage, we have SQL Azure and we have Azure Storage. Okay ba yun? SQL Azure is basically SQL Azure. Yun yung gagamitin natin mamaya. Azure Storage is different. Azure Storage is yung lagayan ng ano. Okay. I'm going to come up with another MSDN session for that. But in general, ganito yan. May mga bagong data types sa Azure Storage, SQL Azure din. The biggest one is blob. Yung blob na idea, i-multiply nyo ng mga times 2,000 pa. Yung dating blob. Ano ba yung blob? Binary, large, mahina boses. Ano nga yung blob? Binary, large. Wala pa rin? Ayun yun, diwag. Okay. Byte na hindi. Okay. Magugulat kayo sa Azure. Okay, ganito kasi yan. So, di ba, okay, I'll give you an idea. Okay, insider speak. Di ba nag-create ng maraming instances ng application nyo, ng servers niyo, right? So, how does Azure load balance that? How does Azure know? Right? Meron niyang table doon, nakalagay the primary key, and then server ID, server IP, server drive, isang buong hard drive, isang cell. Kuha? Kung 80 gigabytes yung drive, 80 gigabytes yung laman ng isang cell na blob storage. Okay? It can go up to 50 T. Okay? Pwede na yun. Virtual network. Kung wala kayong network, wala kayong infrastructure. Ang malaking advantage ng Azure, alam nyo kanino papatak, sa mga maliit na companies, smaller companies who does not have the infra. Small and medium-sized businesses. Okay? If you don't have the infrastructure to save, let's say, 100 terabytes of data, wala kang pambili. Wala kang pambili, right? Wala kang infra. Kung meron kang Azure Storage, doon mo pwedeng yakyan. So, meron kang bigla. Bigla kang may data center, bigla kang nagkaroon ng isang buong infrastructure. Okay? Virtual network, you can host a whole network in Azure. Okay? So, it's virtualization. If we're familiar with System Center, Microsoft Server System Center, yun iakit mo sa internet. Yun. Okay? Parang ganun yung idea. Okay. Demo. Well, actually, demo natin habang mahaba eh. Okay, we also have one offering, Windows Azure CDN, is Content Delivery Network. Meaning your website or your application, yung content lang, parang si Akamai. Halimbawa, kailangan mo lang marami maka-access sa front page ng website nyo, pero pag magta-transact na yung transaction, kayo pa rin magpa-process. That's CDN for you. Ay, ewan, tama na yan.
Let's go!
Yes, ma'am. Oh, CDN. Okay, let's see. Ay, na-offline ko. Naku, huwag kang mag-offline. Hindi tayo makakapag-Azure. Wala ka. Lagot. Patay. Mamaya. Okay, more details on CDN. Okay, let's go. Saan ako napunta? Okay, CDN, Content Delivery Network. Basically, the concept is yun nga, you want to put your websites there, you want to put your web pages there, okay? And then you can host your pages on the Azure CDN. So para siyang Akamai, si service na siya yung mag-hold. Halimbawa, every Black Friday may sale, e-commerce website ka, ang daming pumapasok sa'yo, pero hindi naman bumibili. Right? Tumitingin lang, right? Binabrowse lang yung mga details page mo, pero hindi nagtatransact.